decided we would do an inner child pick a card. I have 3 piles. Cards are already laid out. We are using Healing the Inner Child Oracle, and Inner Child cards. You pick by number if you want to. You can look at the timestamps to see if any patterns stand out, but I also have stones here for you to pick from if you like to do that. Pile number 1. Isn't it funny? The bottom of the stone is like, ew, that's not very pretty. But, ooh, the top. Celestite, Angelite, I'm not sure. Number 2. I think this is some kind of jasper, but I don't remember. And number 3. Power allows us to stand rooted, to lean on the support of our community and of our lineage with flexibility and resilience. Like a tree, our roots grow deep and draw nourishment from our past, and the richer the soil, the taller and stronger we can grow. When the soil is depleted, or there aren't any other trees to network with, we are weakened. It is a fallacy of our times to believe that we can stand alone and be fulfilled and powerful. True power can only exist alongside love and courage. Otherwise, it is mere force. To be lasting, power needs to be shared and nourished by our sense of belonging and by our service to others. That is the deepest power we have, to answer the call of our heart and extend our gifts in service for the benefit of others. This card invites you to step into your power with confidence and ease. Returning to the Universal Mother is the most profound way to heal our sense of shame. We return to her through opening up to her ever-present love. The unconditional love of the divine feminine principle of Mother Earth and of the elements that make up our body welcomes us home without judgment. The Divine Mother is the feminine aspect of creation, and she is known by many names: Mother Mary, Kali, Durga, and Shakti, to name a few. This goddess principle has always been here for us. When we see everything as a manifestation of the Mother, we experience enlightenment and joy. As Ram Dass writes in Be Loved Now, in the compassionate embrace of the Mother, the layers of old habits, preconceptions, and residues of past experiences can dissolve in the ocean of maternal affection. The blue sky is her mind. The green leaves pulse with her blood. The wind is her breath. The rain, her water of life. She is Gaia, the Earth Mother, but also subtler than that. Our cosmic Mother reminds us of our inherent goodness and value. She invites us to release the shame we have been carrying for generations. This card invites you to remember that her support is unfailing. To go on an adventure is to awaken the explorer within. There is much joy to be had in adopting this spirit of exploration, even for a day. As children, life was a remarkable journey into the unknown, and remembering that excitement can help bring our joyful inner child to the surface. If you pulled this card, then it may be time to try something new today. The past is a complex thing. It can hold for us all the core elements of who we have come to be, our very essence and identity. Sometimes we can be conflicted about our story and how it has unfolded. Maybe we identify with one aspect more than another, or maybe we have rejected the past completely. However it may be, how we view the past can have a drastic impact on how we view the present. If you have pulled this card, then it may be time to look at how your beliefs about the past might be shaping your actions in the present. When this card appears in your reading, be prepared for transformative experiences. The only certainty now is change and metamorphosis. Unexpected and shocking events may be on the horizon. Purge your ego of old desires, fears, and grudges. A sudden mental breakthrough can help release you from personality attachments and limitations. If you are working as an artist, musician, builder, designer, or in any fine craft, take a new look at your materials. Allow your physical tools and resources to reflect the light and love radiating from spiritual levels of consciousness. In social and relationship matters, let your head down for a change of pace. We all have needs, and much of the pain and violence we see in the world stems from unrecognized and unmet needs. One of the most powerful actions we can take is to meet our needs and the needs of our inner child. This revolutionary act of self-love allows us to claim our sovereignty and our place in the world. We are often raised to believe it is selfish to have needs, and over time we lose touch with our unique needs. We might give in to the preferences of others, each time disconnecting a bit from our sense of self. This card invites you to recognize and act on a need that is important to you right now, and to remember that each time you meet a need, you inspire someone else to meet theirs, and thus you open a door for more wholeness and integration for us all. Play is the work of the child. It is through play that children practice interacting with the world, and it is through play that they discover the joy of creativity and imagination. This card invites you to reconnect with wonder and play. Play allows us to step outside of the confines of our adult lives and reclaim our essence. Sages and masters throughout time have shown us ways to become more playful and innocent, to return to the wide-eyed wonder of childhood while retaining our conscious adult awareness. There are many things in this life that we feel we cannot or should not have to do. It can be overwhelming to think about doing something that is hard. But in truth, many things we label as hard could be more appropriately labeled as simply time-consuming or long. Sometimes not wanting to do hard things can be reminiscent of mindsets we might have had in childhood, when we never wanted to clean our room or do our homework. If you have pulled this card, then you might need to reassess what has been labeled as too hard. Throughout life, harmful events can occur that bring about a splintering of the inner self. This separation within the self can be a necessary survival tool when our inner world becomes overwhelmed and we are unable to process our current events. However, the inner self will always desire reconciliation of these splintered aspects, and because of this, these banished parts will experience pain as long as there is separation. By pulling these splintered aspects of the self close in love and acceptance, we can bring healing to our inner world. When this card appears in your reading, a deep spiritual initiation or union may be taking place. Realize that each person has a feminine-masculine balance, and that it is now time for you to bring these inner components into a state of balance and equilibrium. Hansel is a symbol of the animus, the the wind, the spirit, and male energy. Gretel signifies the anima, the soul, nurturing, and female energy. Together, hand in hand, their rapport indicates a preliminary form of the divine marriage. Meditate on the beauty of these two children inspiring each other, and remember that they reflect the lost love of their parents, who have been worn down by the rigors of life. The spiritual embrace, the romantic touch, the heart-centered gaze can allow you to re-experience the richness and wonders of the world. Every living organism has needs and requires tending and nourishment. Our relationships are no different. They too need daily attention and care. By tending to what is, we nurture ourselves and those we love. Tending to our physical, emotional, and mental needs requires softness, attention, and love. Just like the gardener in tune with the rhythm of the day and of the seasons, we must attune to our inner cycles and fluctuating needs. Each time we tend to our younger inner child parts, we are planting and nurturing seeds that will grow, blossom, and thrive in their own time, eventually no longer requiring care once they are strong enough to take care of themselves. This card invites you to nurture yourself by tending to your inner child today. Over time, as you stay attuned to the young inner parts that need tending and meet their needs, you invite deeper self-acceptance and vitality into your life. We are born into a story that is already being told and has been told over many generations. We must untangle the threads that keep us bound to the limitations of this story in order to step into our lives as empowered adults. We release entanglements by identifying the fears, beliefs, and behaviors we have adopted and that keep us bound to suffering over the generations. We need to bring to light who and what was excluded or silenced. As long as someone in the family lineage is excluded, the repercussions will be felt by everyone in the lineage. An effective way of releasing entanglements is to identify and release your worst fear. Another clue to an entanglement could be if growing up you were told you are like your grandmother or you remind me of so-and-so. You might also be entangled if you are repeating the same behavior patterns as a family member or carrying fear, anxiety, and grief that do not belong to you. These emotions travel down the generations and need to be released back to their original owners with love and respect. This card indicates it is time to recognize something you have been carrying that does not belong to you. Within each of us, no matter how deep it might reside, is someone who desperately longs to be seen and cherished for who they are. This is a normal desire that is crucial to our well-being and the embodiment of our true self. It is not selfish, nor is it anything to be ashamed of. The gift of being seen is something that was meant to be given to us as children by a trusted caregiver, but sometimes they were unable to do so. There can be various reasons for this, and even if a caregiver did love us, they might still not have been able to truly see us as we are. In truth, it can be easier to see a person through our own lens, instead of letting that person show us a new view of the world. If you feel there are parts of you that would benefit from being seen, now is the time to do so. In the same way it is healing for another to see us, it can be just as beneficial for us to see ourselves. A photograph can be a powerful tool when working with our inner selves, as it can bring to the present the memories and feelings associated with our childhood. This can be an especially beneficial practice, particularly when working through harmful patterns or beliefs that we might have regarding our childhood self. The 7 differently colored butterflies on this card represent the chakra system in the human body. It is an ancient tantric belief that each human body contains 7 of these mystic lotus centers and that they are located at the various levels along the spinal column. Through meditation and deep breathing, we can awaken the Kundalini, or life force, which brings health to body, mind, and spirit. You may be ready to explore the depth and transformation available through chakra healing, flower remedies, or any form of high vibrational body attunement. A walk in nature could be beneficial. There you can open to the elemental healers who surround and protect our planet. As you heal your own body, you can learn to become a radiant healer for your friends and loved ones.